Hello everybody, I'm Albie. I just wanted to do a video. I had gotten a request from somebody over in Australia who I'm actually commissioning for an art piece. They had been looking for an American friend that they could do a food trade with, which I didn't even realize was a thing, but apparently it is. But there's a lot of American foods that they don't get over in Australia and vice versa. So I decided, yeah, sure, that seems like a lot of fun. So we did this food trade. I now have a bunch of odd Australian foods that we don't have here in America. I did try a couple of them last night, and it's funny to compare them to our American versions of the foods. And some of these, they're from companies that we do have here in the States, but we don't have the product. So that's kind of fun to see too. She sent me all sorts of stuff. Vegemite, which apparently is really big over there. I have not tried this yet. She gave me instructions on how to eat the Vegemite, so that it kind of turned me off a little bit to have directions. I'm a little afraid to try it, but it's such a big thing over there, I feel like I have to. But she told me I have to make buttered toast and then lightly scrape the Vegemite over the top of the toast. Don't like smother it, just lightly scrape it. So, unfortunately I can't try this right now. She advised me against trying to just put it on my finger and eat it. Which is fine because I sent her some Old Bay, which is a spice that we use in everything in Maryland. And I basically gave her the same instructions. It's used for cooking, don't just eat it. You won't like it. Jack Link's beef jerky, which we do have here. However, we don't have it here in, I don't know if you can see the writing. It's in, like, Chinese or Japanese, or it's some sort of characters that are not English. So that the packaging is kind of fun, and it appears to have come from New Zealand. So that's kind of fun too, because I don't think, like, we have this, but I'm pretty sure ours is made here in the States. So, kind of interested to see if they use different spices that would make it taste different than ours. Aeroplane original raspberry flavored jelly. We have Jell-O here, which appears to be the same thing. I obviously haven't made this up, but our Jell-O, it's boxed just like this. It's powder, which this appears to be. And it's made the same way. The directions were on here somewhere. Yeah, you just put water in, you dissolve it, and then you stick it in the fridge until it hardens. Although this is kind of funny. It says, do not add fresh pineapple, kiwi fruit, or pawpaw. I don't know what pawpaw is. As jelly will not set. And they're very specific on those fruits. So, I don't know. I guess maybe they're too acidic, or I don't know. I don't think any of our Jellos have directions on them that say to not put fruit in. But I want to make it up. I want to see if it differs from the Jell-O that we have. It seems like it'll maybe be the same, but you never know. The flavors might differ. Ovaltine. I have heard of Ovaltine before. I can't tell you where. We definitely don't have these here. I opened one last night to try it. There are these tiny little packets. Ovaltinis. Nutritious and delicious. Which, first off, let me tell you, I find it funny how the marketing differs, because it says chocolate malt treats, and you're like, okay, sure. But then you read the ingredients. The first ingredient is sugar, which, okay, that's pretty obvious. The second ingredient is glucose, which is also basically sugar. So your first two ingredients are sugar. And then you get into, like, barley and malt extract and some different powders, and then they add in, like, you know, a little bit of vitamins to make it seem like it's healthy. But it says on the front that it's nutritious. and delicious. And we had an issue with Nutella, actually, where Nutella, when they first came out, they had tried to market their stuff as being nutritious and, oh yeah, eat it as a breakfast meal. It's part of your balanced breakfast. And they got sued because people were eating it and gaining weight because it's not nutritious. It's sugar. It's a bunch of sugar. And there's 1,000,000 calories in it. So yeah, I find it funny that you can market stuff like this in Australia and apparently get away with it, but you do that in America and it's this whole big hoo-ha because people were too dumb to just read the labels and realize that no, because they're saying it's nutritious doesn't actually mean that it has any actual nutritional value at all. But yeah, so I tried one of these last night, and I say one because it was a really weird flavor, so I literally only ate one. They're tablets. They are... They're so weird. I can't think of any foods that we have that are tablets that aren't, like, pills. I guess Smarties would be similar, but Smarties are just full-on sugar. These have, like, barley malt extract, whey powder, and they taste kind of weird. They're not bad. They're very crunchy. You can taste the chocolate, the cocoa powder. They taste almost like... We have malt balls, and they taste almost like that. Almost. The texture's completely off, though, because they're tablets. Because the malt balls that we have, they're like... they're balls. And the inside is like this weird hollow wafer thing, and then the outside's coated with chocolate. So when you bite into it, it's crunchy, but it's like... It's a different kind of... It's not like a crushing crunch, it's like a pop crunch. And, the flavors are kind of separate, because you have the chocolate shell and then the wafer, whereas this is just, you're just kind of tasting cocoa powder. But, I don't know, if I'd grown up on these, I think it would be different. I'm American, so the sugar stuff that I eat is basically sugar on top of sugar, mixed in with more sugar, because we're America and that's what we do. So that's like, it's sweet, but it's like, if it were sweeter, I think I could get over like the whole tablet form thing. Whiz Fizz. I thought that these were going to be like Pop Rocks, which they are not. We don't have these. Definitely do not have these here. I open them up and they come in these little packets. Original sherbet, I guess, is the flavor. Doesn't taste like sherbet. Just gonna let you know that right now. So I pull it out. I'm thinking, okay, Whiz Fizz, probably Pop Rocky. I don't know if Australia has Pop Rocks. I probably should have sent some in my box, but I didn't. They're not that easy to find here. I forgot how much of a mess this makes. So, the inside is all powder. It's just, I don't know if you can see it. It's probably going to get washed out. It's all powder in there. There you go. And it has a little spoon. It has a little plastic spoon. So I open it, and I'm thinking, okay. It's like Fun Dip then. We have Fun Dip. Fun Dip comes in pouches like this, normally in like a chain of like 3 different flavors. And it's just powdered sugar. Which is what this is. It's sugar. And it comes with a little dipstick that's maybe about this long, which is also just sugar. And you're supposed to lick the stick and stick it in there, and then you eat the sugar off of your sugar stick. So I thought, okay, that's probably what this is going to be. It's all stuck to the... There we go. So, I thought that's probably what this is going to be like. You try a little bit of it. Not Fun Dip. It's good. It's way too tangy to be Fun Dip, though. Fun Dip is it's pretty sweet. Usually. I mean, I guess it depends on what flavor you get. Those taste exactly like Pixie Sticks. Exactly like Pixie Sticks. It's sweet, but it kind of has that, like, tanginess to it. That kind of just, like, hits you. It's good. I don't know that I could eat an entire packet of this, though. There's a lot in here. Like, a couple shovels, I'm good. Which I think is why Pixie Sticks work so well here in the US, because the Pixie Sticks, they come in these long tubes, but they're no wider than a straw. Normally, they're actually thinner than the average straw. So, you know, you eat the Pixie Stick, and then you're done, and it's only a little bit of sugar that's crammed in there. And I think that's why it works so well here, because it's pure sugar. You can't eat a lot of this. I can't eat this whole packet. I can't. It's good, but it's so much in there. There's so much in there. I don't even want the whole shovel. I just want, like, a little bit at a time. I can't do it. It's too much. The flavor's really good, though. I don't know why they're calling it original sherbet, because it doesn't taste like sherbet. It kind of tastes like orange. It's got, like, that citrusy tang to it. But, it is really good. The first ingredient is cane sugar, and that makes me... I wish I could look up, like, Pixie Sticks and stuff, because I don't think we use cane sugar. I think it's just sugar, but I could be wrong, because I've never actually looked at the ingredients of Pixie Sticks. Alright, one of the other things that I got, the bag is opened upside down. I didn't do that. Twisties, cheese. Well, cheese flavored, I'm assuming. I think they're just called Twisties. The bag looks eerily similar to our Lay's chip bags. I don't think it's made by the same company. Although, no. It's trademarked to PepsiCo, though, which is funny. So I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it is made. I don't know if Lay's is under PepsiCo or not. The bag opened in the box. It got squished, and the air, like, popped the bag open a little bit. So they seem kind of stale. And I'm kind of sad because I can't tell if they seem kind of stale because they are actually stale or if they seem kind of stale because that's just how they are. I'm assuming it's because they're actually stale. They're still good though. So they're like these little cheese stick things. They're kind of similar to Cheetos. We have Cheetos here. They're like more airy than Cheetos because Cheetos, they tend to be like not that fluffy. And I think they may have used it. Cheetos a long time ago, I think, might have been like this, but now they're not as light and fluffy. They're just kind of, they've gotten lazy with it. Does have a cheese flavor. Not as strong as our usual cheese flavors like Cheez-Its and Cheetos, and not as strong as that. It's a very light cheese flavor. And the smell of the cheese, I kept trying to think of what it was last night, and I kept calling it like diet cheese, which probably doesn't make any sense to you guys. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either, but at the same time it kind of does. It's like if you took like a snack cheese and you made it diet somehow, that's what it would smell like. And I kept trying to peg the taste too, because I feel like I've had this flavor of cheese before, and I couldn't think of what it was, and then it hit me last night as I was laying in bed. It tastes like cheese balls. We have these really, really cheap, they're literal, whatever this material, foam, I don't know what to call this. Corn rice balls, whatever. They're literal balls rolled, I think, in this cheese, because it tastes the same. And I used to eat them as a kid. You can buy them in these big barrels. And they're cheap. And it's just a cheap snack. And that's what these taste like. Even like kind of stale. That's what they taste like. And I didn't think I was going to like these, but they're kind of addicting. And I kind of just keep picking at them and eating them. Which is sad. Because we don't have these here and I actually like them a lot. I could eat these as a snack. So I might have to see if I can order these online or something, because I would totally eat these. I mean, I guess I could just go eat some cheese balls, but these seem like they're slightly higher quality than cheese balls. I also got sent some Nutella, which is funny because I also sent her Nutella because I didn't know that Australia had Nutella, and apparently she didn't know that we had Nutella over here. We don't have it in these, like, snack pack things, though. And I'm really sad, because I would buy these. I would totally buy these. I don't know if I can open this. Ha! So they're smaller than I thought they would be. They're adorable. Adorable. There are these tiny little peel packages. It's like they're like ketchup packet, like dipping sauce that you get from McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or anywhere. And you can just have a little packet of Nutella to take with you and put on whatever it is that you want to eat it on. I would buy this. I would. Nutella, make these in America because I would buy this. You have no idea. Because I don't want to carry around a jar of Nutella with me. And there's other stupid little packets. I sent her the tiny Nutella packets that we have. And it's like this little thing like this. And there's like this much Nutella in it. And it comes with like biscuit sticks that you can dip in it. So it's like a cheap Nutella Pocky. And it's okay. It's alright. But this is... I could take this to work and dip fruit in it. Or... anything, or I could just eat it with a fucking spoon, but I like this better. I like this better than our stupid little stick dipper Nutella things that we have. So this is cool. I'm glad that she sent me these. Oh, what? They come with sticks! They give you spatulas to scoop with. I didn't even see that. Nutella, you gotta get your shit straight. I would buy these. You need to make this here. I'm gonna write to Ferrero. And I'm gonna tell them that they need to market that. People will buy this. We're Americans. We love Nutella. I eat Nutella straight out of the jar. I don't even need anything to put it on. I will just eat a jar of Nutella. What else do I have here? Kinder Surprise. I know about these, but I've never had one. They were banned here in the States years and years ago. I think because some stupid child... I shouldn't say that. Some stupid child tried to eat the whole thing and I probably choked on the toy inside. Because some parent was irresponsible and didn't teach their child to crack it open like a fortune cookie before trying to stuff the entire egg into their mouth. So, this is why people think Americans are fat. Because we just eat things regardless of if there are toys in them or not. It is a literal chocolate egg. It's it melted a little bit, so it's not completely egg-shaped. It's kind of wonky, but that's okay. I figure that some of the stuff that I sent her probably melted too, because it's summer over here, and she lives in Australia, so it's always hot over there. Oh. It's like milk chocolate and light chocolate in there. That's weird. It tastes good. I wasn't expecting that, though. And now they made it so you can't eat the toys because it's in some kind of weird yellow jelly bean capsule thing. Trying to get my toy out. We're gonna set the rest of this aside. It's good. Chocolate's not as sweet as our chocolate usually is, but that's kind of refreshing. So, toy is in this capsule thing. How do you just rip it open? Oh, yep. Oh, it's like a dog. Oh, it's a dog. Oh, you have to put it together. But there's like a tiny dog head. How appropriate. And it comes with directions on how to build him. Natoons? There are... Oh, apparently you pet the belly and the head moves. There's, like, different ones that you can collect, and then it gives you instructions. I'm gonna build it. It's really creepy when it doesn't have a head. I didn't actually read the directions. I'm American. We don't read directions. It's fine. What is going on? Is it like that? Yeah. Ha! There's my little dog that I've built. I can make him wiggle his head. I can do it on his back too. It's actually really cute. I mean, I don't know how much enjoyment I would get out of this as a kid. I'd probably be like, that's boring in like 10 seconds. But it's kind of adorable though. I'm gonna keep this as a souvenir of my Kinder Egg that we don't have here. I like this. He's super cute. I might like stick him on my dashboard and just let his head like wiggle around as I'm driving. And it comes with warnings that are in every... Oh, okay. I was gonna say every language except English. There's a small English part on here. Toy not suitable for children under 3 years old. Small parts may be swallowed or inhaled. Yeah, it's sad that you have to put warnings on stuff because parents can't just watch their kids. I'm just gonna shove that back in the egg. I like this little dog. I'm excited over him. What else do I have? Dunkaroos. We had these here. We used to have these here. They were obviously not made in Australia. We had, like, our American version of it. I think they may have also been made by Nestle, though. And they were amazing. I remember eating these in elementary school. They were great. I loved them. It was, like, my favorite snack ever. Little cookie biscuit type things. And then, you know, the dipping chocolate. Ours, I think it was like chocolate icing or vanilla icing with like some kind of rainbow sprinkles in them. This appears to be hazelnut, so basically you're getting Nutella. Which is okay because I love Nutella, so I'm totally fine with that. Oh, look how small the packets are! Our packets used to be like maybe like this long. And they were skinnier than this. I feel like there were more cookies in them, but I might have just felt like there were more cookies in them because I was in elementary school and it seemed like a lot of cookies. Probably wasn't as many cookies, but these biscuits look different too than what I remember. Oh geez, it's so stretchy. Like trying to open it up and I'm not gonna open that all the way because I feel like it's just gonna ooze out. They smell like buttermilk. Ours were like actual cookies. They weren't like These smell like buttermilk. Let's see. Still good. I don't think I like the cookie too much, though. It's like... the cookie has an aftertaste to it. It's kind of weird. I think these might be like shortbread. They have such an aftertaste. It's... I know I'm making faces. I don't want to say that they're bad. It's different. It's very different. Our cookies were like cookies, like sweet, sugar-filled biscuits that you're dipping into more liquid sugar. Oh, that one wasn't as bad. I think I'm getting used to it. The cookies have a little bit too much flavor for me. I mean, I'm dipping them into something, and the whole point is to eat the dip. Nobody really cares about the cookies. So you shouldn't make the cookies have too much flavor. Because really, you just want to eat the dip. Everybody knows that. They're not bad, especially after you get over the, like, shortbread taste of the cookies. I wasn't expecting that. They're pretty good now that I'm used to it. Definitely different than our Dunkaroos. Again, I wish I would have known how different these were from ours, because I could have found a pack of ours to send over there. But I didn't know what I was getting. It was like, let's just grab stuff and send it to each other. So I know for next time. And if we ever do another trade, now I'll know, like, I need to send her Dunkaroos, because it's different than our Dunkaroos. Dairy milk. There's so much stuff. Dairy milk, dairy milk. They have a lot of dairy milk over there. And I mean, all milk is technically dairy milk, unless it's like soy milk or, you know, whatever. But they label all of theirs as dairy milk, as if it's not usual to have milk come from a dairy cow. It's also kind of interesting to me, because I got all these, all these chocolates, and they're all from Cadbury. We have Cadbury here. As soon as I saw this packaging, I was like, that looks familiar. We have chocolate that's packaged in this. And then I saw Cadbury, and I was like, that's what I'm thinking of, because we have Cadbury. You really only find it if you look for it. It's like, it's a fancy chocolate here. Like, it's not, like, we have, Hershey's chocolate, Nestle's chocolate is, like, the big ones that you find under the counters, in front of every register, and in every aisle. Cadbury is a fancier chocolate. You have to look for it. But it gets really big around Easter. They have the Cadbury cream eggs that come out, and everybody buys the Cadbury chocolate around Easter for some reason. We don't have these products, though. I think this might just be chocolate, but this has Vegemite in it. I'm a little afraid to try it, because I know what Vegemite is. That's going off. And the idea that this squeezy tube of vegetable mush is in this chocolate, it scares me a little bit. And I was warned. I was told that nobody really likes this, but it's kind of fun to try as like a, haha, yeah, I tried chocolate with Vegemite in it. So we're gonna try it, because why not? Can't make chocolate too terrible, right? If I can get it open. Peel and reseal. How? I need directions! Even though I wouldn't read them, but I need them. Just use my teeth again. It looks terrible. I'm really... It doesn't even smell that good. I'm afraid. So everything melted. Oh god, it looks so bad though. Look at that. Look at this. I don't know if you can see this. It's like oozing out of the center of it. And if it were caramel oozing out of the center, it'd be like, ooh, yay. But it's like this. I'm guessing that's what the Vegemite looks like. I can't even describe the smell. It kind of smells like autumn because of the rotting leaves, but covered in chocolate. Well, it says with smooth flowing caramel, so some of this might be caramel, but it is not caramel colored. The chocolate melted in the box before it got here, so I put it in the fridge overnight to kind of get it to become chocolate again. So I'm sure that's not... It is going to look funky because it melted. I didn't expect it to look this funky. It's kind of frightening. Oh god, I'm just going to stick my finger in this goop. Nope. 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 I'm done. I'm done. Nope. I can go over there. Oh. That was such a tiny... That was such a tiny little... I hope that's not what the Vegemite tastes like. It probably is what the Vegemite tastes like. I can't even describe it. I really, like... Oh, I should have described it before I washed the taste out of my mouth. It's like there was a hint of caramel in it, but most of it tasted like rotting vegetables. Like, I kind of imagine that, like, vegetable compost would taste similarly. Which is terrible to say, because I know that Vegemite is a big thing over there. It's not a big thing over here. And, if I grew up eating it, it would probably be fine. But I didn't. This is the first time I'm ever tasting it. It's just like a blend of vegetables pureed together. I could give that to somebody as a mean joke. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm gonna try these other chocolates to get that chocolate disaster out of my head. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with that because I can't. Oh, see, this is what real caramel should look like. It's like golden and gooey, and this is milk chocolate with smooth flowing caramel. All of the caramel is smooth flowing caramel. It's not just caramel center. It's described as smooth flowing caramel. Oh, it looks like a koala, and he's oozing out of his head because he got squished. And excuse me. Sorry, that's my dog. I was trying to hold it up to the camera, and he's like, "Hey, that's for me, right?" It's not, though. And you're blocking the camera with your big nose. Don't come over here. No, no, I love you. You have to stay over there. So this looks more normal. And tastes more normal. It tastes pretty similarly to the stuff that we have here. The chocolate, again, is like slightly less sweet than what we usually have. It's not bad, though. It's actually, it's almost better because the caramel is very sweet. So then you're not getting like this teeth-shattering sweetness like we have. It tastes very similar to what we have. This is much better than the other stuff. I think those are just regular chocolate. It just says milk chocolate. I'm gonna open one anyway, just in case. It's a bilby. I don't know what a bilby is. We don't have those here. And I'm familiar with a lot of animals. I don't know what a bilby is. Fruit bat. Wombat. I know those. Tasmanian devil and kangaroo. Yes, see, I recognize these. I do not recognize what a bilby is, and I'm going to look this up online later because I don't know what it is. Made in Australia from local and imported ingredients. Dairy glass, the glass and a half device, and the color purple are trademarks used under license. They licensed the color purple? What? Cadbury. They're a little ridiculous. Ooh. Oh, it melted. That's okay. Still tastes good. It's very... Oh, I can't get it open now. It's very thin. I think it used to say Cadbury on the front of it, but it got all melty, and now it's just squiggles. It tastes like chocolate. It tastes like a lighter version of our chocolate. It's not as sweet, but it's not bitter either. It's weird. Our cheap. Depends on what you consider cheap. Our cheap chocolates taste like this. Like the hollow chocolate bunnies that you buy at, like, Easter. That you only buy at Easter because the rest of the year you're buying Hershey's. Or Nestle. That's what this tastes like. It tastes like our version of cheap chocolate. Which is funny because it's Cadbury. So it's not cheap chocolate. Because every other Cadbury product that we have, it's considered expensive chocolate here. It's the good chocolate. It's not, you know, the crap that you buy to give out at Halloween. So that's interesting. I think I have 2 more things left. Tams and Wagon Wheels. Both made by Arnott's, which is a company that we do not have here. These are Australian, I suppose. I did not put the Wagon Wheel in the fridge last night because it felt like it was okay, so we'll see what it looks like. The Tim Tams I did put in the fridge because they were feeling a little mushy. I'm excited about the Tim Tams. I didn't know what these were, and when she was like, yeah, I'll build you a box and it'll have like A, B, and C in it, and she listed Vegemite, which I had to look up, which scared me. And now I'm not looking forward to trying the Vegemite. And she listed Tim Tams, and I was like, what the hell is a Tim Tam? So I looked it up. I looked it up on Wikipedia, and it's a chocolate biscuit covered in chocolate something, like cream covered in chocolate. And I'm like, that sounds good. I'm American. I'll eat this. It's chocolate on top of chocolate on top of chocolate. Yeah. But it's different than, like, I don't think we have any, I'm trying to think of something similar to this, and maybe I will once I open it up, but, like, looking at the picture and knowing what it's made out of, I don't know that we have anything that's too similar. Like, you know, we have Kit Kat bars, but those are, like, wafers. Those aren't, it's not, like, a chocolate biscuit. Oop. They got really melty. Everything got really melty. That's what happens when you ship things from a hot place to a hot place. Oh, jeez, come on. Okay, so now it's everywhere. They were chocolate-covered biscuits. The chocolate is peeling off of them, which is no fault to anybody. They taste like something else that I've had. I'm trying to put my finger on it. They're really good. It's, you can see like the chocolate cream in the middle of the two chocolate biscuits, and then it's covered with chocolate, or would have been covered with chocolate had it not melted. It tastes like chocolate, but it tastes like something I've had, and I can't. I think they taste like Keebler's. Keebler's, what are those cookies? They're round cookies. The pinwheels? No. Fudge wheels? Something. They're round cookies, and they have fudge like drizzled all over the top of them, and the bottom of them have chocolate too. And it kind of tastes like that. These are really good. I would eat these like every day. I'm kind of sad that we don't have Tim Tams here now. It's a good thing I have another one, because I will eat them. These are really good. Really, really good. And then the Wagon Wheel. Chocolate coated marshmallow and jam. I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks good. And then I read it and I was like, don't know how I feel about this. It is a biscuit with marshmallow and jam. And apparently, Australia's marshmallow is not like our marshmallow. It is, I don't know exactly how it differs, but supposedly it does. Oh, this seems to have stayed intact. Oh, wow, look at it. It's like a flat Oreo cookie. Car, you're bouncing the entire bed. Thank you. Sorry, my dog is laying just behind the camera. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this jam, but we're gonna see what it's like. It's not bad. It's weird. I've never had anything that has tasted like this. The biscuit part is very soft. I thought it was going to be crunchier. It's very soft, which is fine. You can kind of taste the marshmallow, and you can kind of taste the jam a little bit. And the marshmallow isn't even what throws it off, because we have marshmallow and stuff here. We put marshmallow in everything. The jam, it's like, you can't taste it enough to know like what flavor jam it is. I'm assuming it's either strawberry or raspberry. I probably should have looked. But yeah, I don't know. But the you can just taste the jam enough to know that it's there, but you can't distinguish that taste against everything else. So it's kind of it's very unique. It's not bad. I think that it would take some getting used to. But I feel like if I continued to eat these, like, I'd totally get used to it and just eat them. Kind of like the Dunkaroos. Like, the first one, I'm like, oh god, this shortbread. Bleh. And then by the end of it, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, Dunkaroos. I think I'm going to stick with the Tams, personally. These are good. These are really, really good. Really good. I'm really sad that we don't have these here, because I would continue to eat these. These are fantastic. They are really, really good. I do kind of want to try the beef jerky too. Maybe I'll do that before I finish the video. Yeah, so I've tried pretty much everything. I think the only thing that I left out, I had gotten sent a, it's upstairs. It's like a candy of some sort. I don't know that I would call it a candy bar, but it was like cherry and coconut and dark chocolate. And it sounds amazing, but I don't like coconut. And I know that if I try it, that's what I'm going to taste. And it's just, if it were just the cherry and the chocolate, it sounds amazing. And we don't have cherry and chocolate stuff here, really. We have chocolate covered cherries. You can get chocolate covered cherries. But that's it. They don't really put cherry flavoring into anything that is covered in chocolate. It's just cherry flavoring, like cherry lollipop or cherry Jolly Rancher or cherry gum. We don't have cherries and chocolate put together like that, and it sounds so good. And I'm like, why don't we have this here? We have everything else. Why not cherries and chocolate? But we don't. I don't know why. I never see it. It smells good. It smells the same. But yeah, I was kind of upset because it's got the coconut in it, and I just know that I'm going to end up tasting the coconut. I might try a little bit of it later. But I gave it to my stepdad because he loves coconut. And he's a big sweets guy, but he doesn't, like, go out and buy candy bars. He likes, like, the more unusual sweets like that. So this tastes pretty much the same. It's a little sweeter. It's a little bit sweeter. Our flavors tend to be a little more smoky, but pretty much the same. I wonder what kind of meat this is. Beef. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I think I'm definitely gonna do this again in the future. I had an amazing time going to the store and buying food for Sweet Fox wings to trade with. I love these twisties. I was like going through Food Lion, trying to shop. I'm Googling on my phone what they don't have in Australia so I know what to buy. It was a lot of fun. I love getting to try all these foods. I never thought to do this before, but it's amazing. So, I think I'm definitely going to do it again in the future. If anybody from any other country wants to trade with me, let me know. I'll totally do it again. It is expensive to send boxes elsewhere, so I will have to save up for it again, but I definitely want to try it. You know, I figure if I can send something out as far as Australia, I can probably afford other areas in the world too. And I would love to get foods from some other places, just snack foods and, you know, whatever is like local to you. I put some local things in my box. I put Old Bay. It's a Maryland thing. We really only have it in Maryland. I think it's reached down as far as Florida now on the East Coast. I mean, it's a Maryland thing. And I put in burger cookies, which are also a Maryland thing. I've seen them in Pennsylvania. I don't think they go out any further than that. So I put in some local things, but then I put in like the American stereotypes, like Pop-Tarts. Apparently other places don't have Pop-Tarts, but we have Pop-Tarts. It's like an everyday breakfast food item for us. So I put those in there, Hershey's chocolate, stuff like that. But this was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun trying all these different foods. It's very interesting to see the difference in how, you know, items that we do have here in America, how they still taste different than what we have because they're made somewhere else. So, again, if anybody is interested in doing a food trade with me, let me know. I would be more than happy to do another food trade. And if it happens in the future, I'll probably do another video because I had fun with it. So, hope you guys enjoyed watching. And maybe you'll see another video like this in the future. Bye.